Hello viewers, this is Evelyn of Liva Buhay, your information TV. Have you noticed that if you go to a plant boutique or anywhere you can buy plants, flowers, whatever you can plant, you will notice that they will be selling this kind of, they call it actually mini plant, and you buy it for just a cheaper price because each one of this I actually bought it. I have 4 of this kind, and I'm only showing now the 2, but I got 4 for like 100 crowns, and it's kind of 10 US dollar. 100 Swedish crown is 10 US dollar. So I had 4 of this, and 2 of them I already planted. And the main reason why I actually buy this kind, and it's because they are cheaper. And to propagate them or let them grow bigger, it's not actually a very complicated thing to do. It's not very difficult. It's just very easy. And it's a kind of way where you can have a lot of plants from a cheaper price, and you just need like, a month or 2 and they get bigger and you get a lot of them. If you're someone maybe who thinks of like, selling plants, you can actually buy this kind in cheaper mini plant, and then just pull them out, divide them, and you can plant. That is the topic we have for today. I will be sharing to you a very good way of propagating plants, collecting plants in a cheaper way by buying this. Now watch the whole video and you will see that it's kind of very interesting thing to do. So as you see here, I have already prepared planting pots with, of course, the planting dirt or soil, whatever you call it. And then what you actually do is just you pull this plant out from this pot. And you don't have to be actually, very particular. Some people, they really have to take out and rinse the dirt there, but actually you don't have to do it. These plants are not really that very sensitive. Once the roots are already like very well established there, and as you see it's a lot of roots, then that is the time where you divide them. And dividing plants is just very easy. You just pull them out, each of it, and then you have an individual plant. So we'll see, you have 1, and the next one, number 2, and then number 3. We'll see how many plants we get from this mini plant, and this is the number 4, and oh my goodness, number 5 and 6. So as you see, I was able to get 6 plants in 1 mini plant. And this kind of plants, they really grow very, very fast. They are not this very hard to grow kind of plants. The reason why I choose this one, because they are just so beautiful. But actually, I forgot the name of this. I have so many plants that I cannot remember all the names. But anyway, somebody here is watching and know this plant, then you can actually write in the comment below what is the name of these plants. So what we do, each of one of these, we will just be planting on our prepared pot here. We just plant it here. This is actually one way if you're somebody that is interested to be, you want to be selling plants online. It's a lot of people doing it now. You can actually do this, and maybe I will try it too, selling plants on the internet or to my friends. And so here you go, you have a plant, and I will tell you from a month or 2 this plant will just grow. All you do is just water them. And I have the second one, and just dig them up and just push them a little bit So they will be under there. And don't forget, never forget that every time after you plant, you have to water them, because that is the thing that these plants love, watering. And another tip that I will give you, which is very important, especially if you will have these plants, if you're living in a country where you have 4 seasons, you know, when it became cold, like summer is gone, like September, October, and it will be starting to be cold when the temperature is like 10 degrees Celsius. You have to take them in. You cannot just put them out. It's because they will die. These are not plants that will survive during winter. So it's very important that this kind of plants has to be indoor, and putting them like in your near your windows where you can have some sunlight on daytime. So here I had planted, as you see, you cannot believe it, you buy a mini plant and you get a lot of them, and that is actually how you do it to save money, you know. So it's actually a kind of way. I will plant one here that is, I have a nice spot here because I was thinking to, you know, put it in my bedroom, just near the, and I just like it because it's red, and this pot is flower pot is kind of green. So as you see, anywhere you live, especially if you are not in a cold country, sometimes when you live, especially if you are not in a warm country, if you're living in a country where you have, as what I said, different seasons, like you have the winter, you have the spring, you have the fall or the autumn, it's very important that you really have, if you're a plant collector, if you're somebody who loves gardening, it's very important to take care of them and propagate more, you know. They are a very therapeutic way, actually. I can actually recommend planting is very therapeutic, and I can prove it because I had been through times where I was feeling down, and my hobby of planting is, you know, one of those way. I'm glad I'm a person who loves plants, who loves gardening. You know, I understand everybody are not that passionate of plants. I am one of those. One of my passions is actually planting, and I just love to propagate and propagate and propagate. So here we go. I have actually a total of 6 of these plants. Now everything is already planted. So what I will do to them is actually water them and hide them a little bit where there is no direct sunlight, so you're not killing them of shock. And I have another one here, which I will do the same as what I said, but I think this one I cannot get like 6 of them. I don't know how many plants I can get, and as you see, it's really so beautiful. I don't know what's the name. I don't know. There was no name here, but actually for me it's not important that I know the name. I just love to see these plants, and they're just so beautiful. So what I will do, this one has really packed with roots. And the reason why is what I said, why you transfer small plants in big containers or flower pots. The reason why you do that is because you want the plant to grow bigger. If this plant will continue to grow here, they will never grow big. Only the roots are being packed like that. This one is just so packed with the roots. So when I will transfer it in a bigger container, this plant will just, you know, grow and grow every day. Water them and they will be glad. And then you have this one and plant this in. Actually, for that plant, I only got 2 of them. So I will take them out and just plant it there. You know, it's not actually a complicated thing to do. Some people might think like it's too much of a plant. I can never get too much of my plants indoor. They are my inspiration, you know. But as what I said, I am a person that is very passionate of gardening, of planting, and say it when it comes to gardening or planting. I just love doing it, you know. And so I have it there, and then we have the other one. When you buy and you encounter a lot of containers like this, try to save them because you can actually use them. This one is very good when you start to propagate seedlings during February. You do it indoor, and so save them. Don't throw them because they are actually very good to recycle and use them the next time. So what you see now is another one plant, and this plant I will put it in here. So I just want to dig a little bit. The way why I will say it's kind of therapeutic, it's because you can have a hectic day, hectic situation in your work, you know, and then when you start to just shift your attention to your plants, watering them or propagating more plants, there is something there that actually gives you a very good sense of calmness and relaxation, and like you put it out all the stress you have in your work, and there you go, you have a beautiful plant. And I will tell you, give them water from time to time. If they are in small like this, I usually have like a liquid organic fertilizer where you can buy in any flower shops, flower boutiques, and in that way, even if they are in a small container, they grow very well. So that's all for today with all the mini plants that became a lot of plants. Can't you not believe it? All those plants just came from this small container, which I bought very cheap. So that is one reason I can actually recommend that you can actually collect plants that can actually have a lot of plants by just making or buying small container mini plants. You get it for cheaper price and then replant them. And there you go. You have a lot of plants to put in your home. Just don't forget that if the summer is gone, you have to put them in. Again, this is Evelyn of Liba Buhay. Thank you for watching.